I'm not being unrealistic. I want a dude that has a decent job. I would like someone who has decent teeth. I would like someone with good hygiene. I want someone honest and kind and compassionate and caring and loving. Like, it's real bare minimum. I don't know why people are saying this stuff.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we have a video here titled "Women Are Bitter Because Men Are Going Their Own Way." So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here.
All right, so I've gotten a lot of comments similar to this one, that I'm too picky, and it's usually from men that really probably don't meet my bare minimum. But listen, everyone has preferences, like everybody. I'm not for everybody. Some people don't like my facial piercings. They don't like all the tattoos I have. They don't like my weight. Some people even have a problem with Isaac. Like, they don't want to date someone who still has all that responsibility with a child.
Yeah, I can't imagine that men might not want to date somebody who, number one, doesn't take care of their health. Number two, is a single mother. Number three, is still single at age like 40 or whatever this woman is. Okay, and she's absolutely right here. People can have their preferences. And the thing is, men's preferences and the things that men are interested in are totally ignored, right? We don't need to appease men. We don't need to do anything for men. Men are the enemy. Okay, but when men say, listen, I'm just going to go do my own thing, then all of a sudden it becomes a bit of a problem. And women like this, guys, even a woman like this right here, who is a single mother and who doesn't take care of her health, these women are single because they are picky. She could still find some simp to come and take care of her and her child, but still she wants to shoot for men who are out of her league.
Or, you know, I've had men come and say they don't agree with him playing with Disney dolls and things like that, and they aren't the men for me. I'm not the person for them. It's okay to be picky. I have a great life, let me tell you. So, you know, I'm happy to take myself on vacation. I take myself out to eat. I do all kinds of things for myself, and I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, guys, you know, she's totally happy. Her life is fantastic. She's a single mother. She's strong and independent. She doesn't need a man. So, you know, any man who comes into her life, well, he has to bring a whole bunch of things in order to make it good for her. And this is why a lot of men opt out of dating, is because you have these women who feel so damn entitled. Okay, why should, even if a man could provide everything that you wanted, why should he do that? You know, like, what incentive is there for men to actually go out and do these things for women?
I would like a decent boyfriend, but, you know, if I don't find one, I'm big whoop, because I have a good life. I really do, and there's nothing that I can't do for myself. So, you know, I'm asking for, like, basic bare minimum. I'm not being unrealistic. I want a dude that has a decent job. I would like someone who has decent teeth. I would like someone with good hygiene. I want someone honest and kind and compassionate and caring and loving. Like, it's real bare minimum. I don't know why people are saying this stuff. Like,
the reason why people are saying things like this, okay, and saying that women are too picky and all of this, is because they are. Because anyone with a brain understands that women can have relationships at the click of their fingers if they want them. They can have bedroom fun, they can have relationships, they can have marriages at the click of their fingers. But the question becomes, can you get the man that you want, and can you keep him? Right? Or are you trying to chase men who are out of your damn league? And this is what every single woman does, guys, is they shoot for men out of their league, which, hey, they're welcome to do that. But, you know, they get to 40 years of age doing this garbage, and they still can't lock down a guy. Because these men have options. These men who all of these women are shooting for have options. And whenever you hear women say, oh, I just want the bare minimum, I just want the man to be do this for me, it's not, I'm not asking for that much. You've got to understand that she wants these things from the top quality men. Right? She wants Chad to get her some flowers. She doesn't care about the average guy getting her flowers. She doesn't care about the average guy having a decent job, right? What she wants is she wants that guy who, you know, is really quite attractive to do things for her. That's the translation at the end of the day.
Weirdo. Sorry, but it's weirdo comments. And I deserve someone that, you know, matches with my lifestyle. I just am not a fan of trying to date someone I'm not attracted to. Like, I'm not gonna get naked with someone I'm not feeling it with. And so there has to be an attraction there. There has to be. I've lowered my standards plenty of times and ended up with men who have taken advantage of the situation, so I ain't doing that. And
yeah, so translation, we quote unquote lowered our standards, meaning we didn't require romance, we didn't require dates, we didn't require investments because the man was attractive enough. So we went out there and we got with him. But all of the good men, all of the men who are, you know, willing to provide for you and all of this stuff, they have to meet a much higher standard because they're not attractive. This is the thing about these women that they're never truly honest about, right? This is the lie that is sold to men. Oh, you know, please just approach us and I just want a nice man. But what they really want is an attractive guy. Niceness, personality, humor, these things that women say that they want. Yeah, they might want them, but they're very low on the list, guys, particularly being nice, because that's often interpreted as weakness. But, you know, how many times have women gone out here and got with dudes who are terrible human beings, and yet they try and turn around and make the argument that they want a man who's nice with a great personality? Get out of here.
I'll keep that bar high, and if I'm alone, taking myself on vacations, taking myself out to eat, doing for myself, I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay, so she's reacting to something someone said. The guy was just being honest with her. Do you agree? Just like we're being honest with her by telling her that you're too picky. Don't believe the crap she told you at the start. I just want a guy who has good teeth, good hygiene, and a job. In the end, we heard the truth. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Women are bitter because no one wants them. Let's start right away.
I'm someone who's been eternally single, but there's this one thing that I now know, that when I start dating again, it's going to be so much easier to find my person. And that is knowing myself. Knowing what I want. I'm not saying 6'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, not that kind of stuff. I mean, that would be nice, obviously, you know, if they look like how you want them to look. Child free by choice. I'm also 36, so I can't be having a guy that's on the fence about having kids or...
What do you mean, ma'am? I'm pretty sure that if you tried to have kids at your age, there would be severe complications. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about this, okay? I'm not a child expert. I don't have kids myself, but as far as I understand, 36 years of age, trying to have a child as a woman is considered a geriatric pregnancy. You're going to really struggle. You're going to have to meet this man and try and have kids with him within the damn year, and even then it's going to be difficult for you. And I just love, guys, how these women, when they get to their 30s, they somehow just become dating experts and gurus. But they can never even solve their dating lives, by the way. They're like, yeah, my dating life is so much better now. And then you ask them, you're like, okay, well, where's your ring? Oh, still not married. Okay, where's your long-term boyfriend? Oh, we've only been together for this long. Like, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, they really don't have a leg to stand on when they start getting on here and talking about giving relationship advice. This is like a homeless person trying to give you advice on how to invest. It really is.
And I don't really want somebody who's got young children either, because I don't envision that for my life over the next couple of years. Deal breaker, that's pretty common sense. But also in terms of boundaries and values and what I stand for and what I don't. I went on a date about 6-7 months ago with a guy who had too much to drink, in my opinion, to then drive home. I said to him, I can try and drop you somewhere, like, you should probably get a taxi. Like, I was driving and sober. And I let it slide. He's like, that never happens. Yeah, I probably had that extra drink I shouldn't have had. First date, and I went on 2 or 3 more of them. For me, that's like telling the universe, as well as that person, that is okay with you. And it's not. I'm just more secure now in going in, being cutthroat, to be honest. He was like being emotionally available, a narcissist.
Yeah, so the man had bedroom fun with her, which she agreed to, mind you. Never forget, guys, that these women voluntarily do this and hook up with these men, okay? But look at this. So now she's more stringent with her boundaries, okay? She doesn't tolerate no BS. So now the next man that goes on a date with this woman basically is getting interviewed if he's not attractive enough. So check this out, right? To be honest, he ended up being an emotionally unavailable F-boy and a narcissist. Wow, that's really interesting. That's a very common trope I've noticed in the men that women choose to date. It's funny, guys, because we tell men that you need to act this way, you need to do this, you need to provide and care for me, you need to be a nice man, you need to be a good man. And then who do the women date? I mean, take it out of their mouths, guys. Like, this is what they're saying. This isn't even what I'm saying or making up. This is literally the type of men that they date. He ended up being an emotionally unavailable F-boy and a narcissist. Basically, the man had fun with you, but he didn't want to commit to you, so now we have to call him all of these words. Emotionally unavailable basically just means doesn't want to commit. F-boy means that he was, just bedroom fun, and narcissist just means that he probably took pride in his appearance or something like this. You know what I'm saying, guys? We have to throw all of the shaming language when men don't commit to us. But, oh, he was a bad man, he was a terrible man. But no, I need the next man to be nice for me, because I have high boundaries and standards for myself.
Emotionally available, a narcissist. There was many red flags on that date. Really being aware of those red flags, and also what is a red flag to you and what your values are and what you want. I know myself.
Right, so she even goes on to say that there were like 50 red flags on that date that she noticed, and she still got with him anyway.
Now, about the way I feel about something, I'm not excited to see that person again in a romantic way. I know people are going to be here saying, oh, that's your anxious attachment. I've done that before, where I've tried to say it's just my ego and it's just my commitment phobe issues, and it ended up being completely the wrong relationship for 6 months. I was dating this guy and it never felt right, and I just kept blaming myself and just being scared. And it's like, just trusting yourself. If I'm not excited to see that person, if it's that he's nice, he's fine, it was all right, just no, no matter how good on paper it might look. No, the things I'm going back out with is keeping to my deal breakers, sticking to my values and what I accept and what I don't accept, which to me, not what's reasonable as female behaviour, aligned with my values and what I think is important and how someone should behave or not behave. And the last one is listening to my body and how someone makes me feel.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode. See, I agree with the first half of this crap she just said, guys. Like, I really do. Okay? If you're someone who's dating, right, good luck to you. But, if you're trying to find your partner or whatever, sticking to your core values and having boundaries and things like this, I think that these are great things, especially for men. I think that men are taught not to have boundaries and to put up with a very large amount of BS. Women will pretend that they are taught the same thing, but no, they just put up with that crap because they're trying to chase attractive men. But I think that boundaries and all of this stuff is an incredibly healthy thing. The problem is these women do not stick to this. This woman is 36 years of age, and she's trying to sit here talking to you about boundaries and standards after being with a whole host of bad boys. Let's be honest about it. So, you're saying one thing, but you're doing the complete opposite. So I agree with this woman on paper, guys. I really do. Stick to your values and your principles, okay, and find people who align with those things. This is pretty common sense to me. I think it's great advice. Do they take it? No. See, they take this advice kind of when it applies to the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the man who's not attractive, guys, oh, he has to have all of her values. He has to be ready to go, have kids with a 36-year-old woman. He has to be a provider, right? But the attractive guy, he doesn't have to have these values. He can have whatever values he wants to have because he's attractive. And she will follow him because he's attractive.
It makes me think of an old proverb that says, beggars can't be picky. I believe these women don't realize they are now well into their 30s. Do you think this girl looks a little older than that? She said she was 36 years old. It looks like she's 46 years old. That's just what I think. Not because I want to insult her, just letting you know that beggars can't be picky. At some point, you have to take what you can get, right? When it's pretty much too late to turn back. Say you get to the salad bar about 10 minutes before it closes. You have to take what you can get, right? There could still be a few hot dogs or 2 old French fries in there.
Date update. Went on my date last night. He showed up. He looked just like his picture. I met this guy in Bumble. It was first date. Super cute. We had great conversations, laughing, like all that little, touchy-feely type stuff. And I was like, I really like this guy. Like this could, be a good second date. And he ordered a drink, asked me what I wanted to drink. And I was like, obviously I'm not drinking right now. I'm on prep for a competition I have in October. Again, not a big deal, right? Like I normally drink, but not a big deal. Didn't think it was a big deal. Night goes on. About an hour and a half later, he's like, hey, I'm really sorry, but my buddies called and want me to go hang out and party with them tonight. And I just don't feel like this is working out because you're not drinking and I am. And I just need to be with somebody that is, if I'm drinking, they can drink and we can just like have a good time together. And I'm like, you're not having a good time just sitting here talking? He's like, well, I am, but I'm getting buzzed and I just saw this night going different. I thought we would get drunk together. And I'm like, it's a Wednesday. Like, I go to bed. I have work in the morning. It's like, yeah, I don't have to work till really late. And
so let me just pause it right here. I love in these videos how these women, they think that they're the ones interviewing these guys, right? So she's come across someone who she finds attractive. Okay, maybe he hits the gym. Maybe he's just genetically gifted, right? He's a good-looking man to this woman. And she thinks, oh, maybe this man, I might go on a second date with him. Doesn't matter how the man feels, but just notice how she feels entitled to a second date already. Because she thinks that she holds the interview position, right? She thinks that she holds all of the power in the situation. And this is the problem with these women, guys, is they get to 50, they get to 30, and they still think that they have power over men. And a lot of men will just say, I'm not interested. I'm just going to go do my own thing. This man went on this little date thing because he wanted to have some fun with you, and that was it. That's why he dipped, probably because you were wasting his time talking for so damn long. These guys, I want to make this clear. These men are not interested in committing to you. A lot of men are not interested in committing to you. You're trying to date over the age of 50. Every woman over the age of 30 has stories like this, by the way. Dating over 30, dating over 40, dating over 50. It's all the same thing. Okay? You're trying to chase men who have no interest whatsoever in committing to you. And they still think, guys, that they're like the prize. Like, oh, the men should chase me. And the guy's like, you've been talking for too much. I'm just going to go out there partying. I'm going to go see another girl. I would not be surprised at all, guys, if the reason why this man left was because he just had another girl lined up. That would not surprise me in the slightest.
anyways, and then he just said good night. He gave me a hug. And then I walked out of the restaurant all by myself. So, I don't know. Thoughts? Like, is it that big of a deal that I don't drink? I don't know. You guys tell me.
He was probably just making an excuse so he didn't have to talk to you anymore and was going to go out and just find some other girl to have bedroom fun with, who was going to be less of a hassle, who didn't talk to him for like an hour and a half.
I mean, I drink, just not right now. I didn't think that was a deal breaker for a first meetup date.
It's not a given that this girl doesn't drink. I think the guy just isn't feeling it and was looking for any reason to end the date. I mean, if she was an 18-year-old hottie, I'm sure he wouldn't want to go drink with his friends. He would just stay put and try to keep playing games with this girl, but, you know, he was like, dude, what am I doing here? I'm bringing myself down, and it's clear that she's getting close to 60 years old. So, this is what you can expect if you're a single woman who keeps going on dates when you should just stay in your marriage. Also, if you've never been married before, just look for one guy that you can be with and still get married.
Fellas, if you ask a lady on a date?
Guys, be honest, is my accent this annoying? Like, I know Australian accents are terrible, but whenever I hear another Australian, I just feel bad for the audience, you know?
And she travels to your side of town across toll roads, Sunday morning coast traffic, pay for her coffee and lunch for... Don't get to the end of the date and go, oh, I just normally split the bill straight down the middle. All right then, split the travel, the fuel and the tolls down the middle, you $20.75 my half came to. $20.75. I would have spent more than that in travel. Pick up game, fellas. Seriously, assess the situation. I'm not saying pay for it all the time. I'm not saying that. But seriously? $20.75?
Remember when you were young, like in your 20s, guys would wash your car for you so they could be on time for your date. They would do things like take a shower and skip going to the gym. They'd drive all the way across town to pick you up and open your car door. Come in. Close the door to the car. Make way for you on the red line. Oh, those days are over. Now you have to drive 5 miles across town to see him. You need to pay to cross the bridge. That's not fun. It costs about $7 here and in California. You know, you have to. The carpool lane isn't for driving. You had to wait in queue to see this guy, right? Then, when he does show up, he still wants you to split the bill.
Four most common complaints I've heard.
I just want to point this out as well, guys, that if this woman's an Australian, if she's living in Australia, our money is also worth a lot less than American currency. So she's complaining about significantly less than 20 US dollars, by the way, at least at the moment. But it's very funny how men are required to pay for everything, right? He has to pay for the first thing he has to offer. It's like, ma'am, you're dating in your 40s. Okay, you are out of touch. These women, they think that they have leverage when they really don't. This is what I'm talking about when they kind of get humbled and they don't understand that they have lost a lot of power over men. You see, these men who are attractive, a lot of them won't even take you out on dates in the first place. They'll just meet up with you, talk with you for a bit, maybe a coffee or something like that. And then, you know, they'll see whether or not you're interested in them, and then they'll just ditch you or have bedroom fun and then ditch you after the fact. Okay, it gets very difficult for guys. Now, I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, by the way, as a man, but what I am pointing out is that this is the reality for a lot of women who are still trying to date as they're older. You had your chance to date, you screwed around, and if you get to this age, guys, make no mistake, women who are trying to date in their 40s and things like this, they have screwed around their fair share of men. So it's not as if it isn't completely deserved. Because if you get to this age and you're still single, you've either divorced your husband or ditched your boyfriend over a long period, statistically speaking, or you've just been incredibly picky and, you know, you've chased bad boys for that entire time. In any case, I don't feel any sort of sympathy for these women who get to this situation. And look at all the swearing this woman is doing. Holy hell. Some of these Australian quote-unquote ladies are really bad, guys. I can't sugarcoat it. Australia is a very interesting place, certainly not somewhere where you're likely to find anyone who's wife material. But guys, we are going to be wrapping up today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Make sure you come and join us over on Locals if you are interested in supporting the channel. If you're not interested in supporting the channel, there's also more free videos over there for you anyway. But as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.